Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you live to another episode of Monday Night Raw. Tonight we are stemming from Mexico City, Mexico, and with no time to waste, we will be momentarily joined by the chairman of WWE, Vince McMahon, who has an announcement to make. And speak of the devil, live from satellite, Vince McMahon stating that he has found a new Raw general manager, one who will not put up with any crap, one who will not be laying his hands on superstars. Vince McMahon reluctant to sign this man, but he feels it's best for business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your new Raw general manager. Well, who's it going to be? And why was Vince reluctant? Oh, what? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe my ears. Do my eyes deceive me? Ladies and gentlemen, your new Raw general manager, the new sheriff in town, the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk. And I can't even hear myself talk right now. What a way to kick off Monday Night Raw from Mexico City. I know this is going to be a stacked show, and I can't think of a more appropriate way to get things started here tonight with the announcement, the introduction, yes, of the new Raw General Manager. And this is a man who, like Vince McMahon said, he will be taking no crap, but he also has promised not to touch the superstars, not to intervene physically. And listen to this crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are welcoming CM Punk back to the WWE with open arms. And this crowd, I'm sure they're excited to hear what he has to say, but at the moment they're just in awe of what we're seeing here, as am I. And Punk is loving it. This is a man who loves that spotlight, make no mistake about that. CM Punk, and here we go. And they're still not letting him get a word in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in awe right now. What does the future hold for Monday Night Raw with this guy at the helm? Vince McMahon approached CM Punk, basically requesting, putting the offer on the table. Come on back, Punk. Raw needs you. Raw needs control. Raw needs stability. Raw needs ratings. And we all know the history of CM Punk and Vince McMahon, but Vince McMahon has offered a share of Monday Night Raw to CM Punk. CM Punk is part owner of Monday Night Raw, which means he can do almost anything he wants. This is 100% CM Punk's show. And ladies and gentlemen, things are about to change. He states he's acquired a new talent, and his first match, his first act, begins right now as we welcome Dean Ambrose. Punk stating this match is going to be a King of the Ring qualifier, getting right down to business. This is a King of the Ring qualifier. CM Punk has made this match Dean Ambrose taking on, apparently, CM Punk's first signee to Raw. CM Punk has acquired a free agent, so to speak, or possibly somebody from New Japan or SmackDown, or I don't know, but he states this is his first free agent signing, and here we go. Who's it going to be? Dean Ambrose waiting patiently as we welcome this Baron Corbin. CM Punk's first signing to Raw is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk, quite the loner himself. I'm sure he sees a little bit of himself in this guy, the lone wolf. And if you're not familiar with Baron Corbin, you will get familiar with Baron Corbin here on Monday Night Raw. And not only just bringing in Baron Corbin here to Raw, but immediately throwing him into a King of the Ring qualifying match. Baron Corbin must be on Punk's good side to receive such high accolades and rewards here. You got to think Baron Corbin, he's a bit of an ass kicker over there on SmackDown, but I don't know what he's done to earn this spot. I guess CM Punk, like I said, he definitely sees something in Baron Corbin. He sees a future. He sees ratings. And he believes that Baron Corbin deserves a shot at the King of the Ring tournament. But he's got to go through Dean Ambrose first, and again, that's not an enviable task. Dean Ambrose awaits on the outside. You talk about a psycho back there. Dean Ambrose coming off a WrestleMania victory with his buddies Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins over Perfect Protection. Very, very dominant fashion over the War Raiders. Now what is this? We got a bit of a handshake there. Dean Ambrose welcoming Baron Corbin to the Monday Night Raw. And you don't see that a whole lot. A bit of sportsmanship there as Dean Ambrose starts out going for a DDT, but way too early in the match for a move like that as Corbin's able to fight him off and lands a heavy right hand. Puts Ambrose down to the mat. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in awe. I'm in shock right now as we saw the return of a man who we never thought would be back in the WWE. Never back in the good graces of Mr. McMahon, but never say never, as we've seen some unexpected returns before with Bret Hart and the Ultimate Warrior and even Bruno Sammartino. So Vince McMahon, he knows how to talk to people. He knows how to get things done. And he has brought back CM Punk. And I guess as part of the agreement to be the general manager, he's offered CM Punk stock in Monday Night Raw. So not only is CM Punk the general manager of Raw, he can make matches, he can sign free agents and trades, but CM Punk is also part owner of Monday Night Raw. And that could lead to some interesting developments here. Oh, and we see a big deep 6 on the outside to Dean Ambrose. That's going to take some energy out of him for sure. Knocking the wind, the air right out of the lungs. There is no give on that padding out there. And I know I say padding, but I use that word loosely. As Baron Corbin is showing quite an impressive debut here tonight against Dean Ambrose. And all of a sudden, already the end of days! Ambrose is in trouble. 1, 2, 3, and Baron Corbin advances to the King of the Ring tournament. Just like that, coming in, making a huge impact. And CM Punk has already put his fingerprints on Monday Night Raw in his first act as general manager, signing the Lone Wolf, who just delivered the end of days to Dean Ambrose and put him away in the blink of an eye. Very, very impressive debut from this man. And what is he doing now? Picking up Ambrose. Maybe he's going to... We saw a handshake there earlier, but I don't think Baron Corbin's the type of guy that's here to make friends. And Baron Corbin looks like he's not done with Dean Ambrose. He's setting him off on the ropes. And what does he have in mind here? He's dragging him over. And he just slams him down in the mat. And again, the welcoming committee here. Baron Corbin not taking too kindly to it. And another deep 6. Baron Corbin is making his statement. He's not here to make friends. He is the Lone Wolf. And now again, another big end of days to Dean Ambrose. And Baron Corbin is on his way to the King of the Ring tournament. Looks like he's calling for a microphone now. He may have something to say. Baron Corbin's going to address this Monday Night Raw audience on his debut here. Baron Corbin stating, yes, in fact, he was brought over by CM Punk as the #1 man on Raw. He's going to hold that Universal Championship, but first he's got to win that King of the Ring tournament, and that's going to be a lot easier done than said. Wow, the confidence spewing out of this man. Baron Corbin just laid waste to the lunatic fringe on his debut. My God, what a way to open up for Mexico City. Ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. We will be right back. And we welcome you back again, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable start to the show. If you missed it, I feel sorry for you. But we're going to keep rolling here as you see TM61 standing in the ring. And these two gentlemen have accepted the open challenge that was laid out by these guys, the tag team champion Alpha Elites, last week on Raw. Jason Jordan and Roderick Strong issued an open challenge to any of the tag teams in the back, anybody on Monday Night Raw, anybody in the world, basically. And as we saw, no one answered the bell last week, so looks like this match was put together. TM61 must have approached Mr. McMahon or Chris Jericho or whoever. I'm not sure how this match got signed, but they said, hey, if nobody else is stepping up, we'll take a shot at those tag team titles. Why not? So here we go. The Alpha Elite's first test as tag team champions is going to be against a little bit of an unknown team here in Nick Miller and Shane Thorne. Now these guys, I say they're unknown. They're unknown in WWE, but these guys, again, they're Australian born, and they've been all over the world. They've been in New Japan. They've been all over different promotions, and they've captured some titles along the way. But again, what you do in other parts of the world really doesn't mean anything once you step between those ropes in a WWE ring. Oh, and Roderick Strong with a beautiful half Nelson into a backbreaker. And Jason Jordan looks like he's eager to get into the match here too. These guys captured those tag team championships at WrestleMania in very impressive fashion. And they've been looking for competition since then. And we do know the tag team division here on Raw is a little bit in disarray as we saw the parting of the family over to SmackDown. And we also saw the New Day split up, and Kofi Kingston went to SmackDown and joined 24K in a huge surprise, probably the biggest surprise of WrestleMania. Caught me off guard. It was a nice suplex by Roderick Strong, tagging in Jason Jordan. Again, the Alpha Elites, I believe they have a strong future here on Monday Night Raw, and for them to hold the tag team championships so early on in their formation of the tag team. I mean, these guys have only been together for a few months, and already they're at the top of the mountain. But again, we have a little bit of disarray in the tag team division on Raw, and I'm sure that's something CM Punk's going to be addressing over the coming weeks and months. Hopefully we can get some new teams signed in here. We also saw the dismantling of the bar when Sheamus and Cesaro were able to take each other on. And look at this move here. Shane Thorne with a big suplex to Jason Jordan. Nick Miller on the assist. That is Nick Miller in the ring right now in the blue. And it looks like he's going to... Oh, beautiful float over. Looked like a T-bone type suplex. And these guys so far, they look like they have some wrestling ability. As Nick Miller paces around the ring, and Jason Jordan felt that one. He's showing the effects right now, having a hard time getting back to his feet, but there's a nice back elbow reversal, and Jordan fights him all the way into the corner. Again, you see some inexperience there. Jordan looks like he might have been knocked a little woozy. Is Nick Miller able to counter out, get out of that corner? And Jordan follows it up with a head of steam into a big clothesline. Shane Thorne begging for the tag out there, but here we go. You see Jason Jordan whips Nick Miller into the corner there, and this is where these guys can be dangerous. As you see right there, a slingshot. Jason Jordan just whipped Nick Miller into the oncoming Roderick Strong from the second rope, and here we go. It's not a bad time for a cover. Strong not able to pick up the 3 count, but again, that is not a bad time for a pinfall attempt there. And again, now that I get a chance to speak a little bit on it, as we saw the opening of the show, we were greeted via Titantron by Vince McMahon, who last week suffered at the hands of Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho didn't take too kindly to being let go and put the smackdown on Vince McMahon, had him locked in those walls of Jericho for a good 5 minutes. Did a lot of damage to Vince McMahon, but we all know the size of his grapefruits and how tough he is. He was able to address the Monday Night Raw audience tonight via satellite and announce the new Raw general manager and part owner, CM Punk. And I still can't believe I'm saying that. It's going to take me a little while to get used to it, but... Oh, nice move there. Double knees to the abdomen on Nick Miller, and he is in a world of trouble now as Roderick Strong looks like he's picking him apart here as he goes for a tag with Jason Jordan. And here we go. We saw this last week. Jordan into a German suplex. That is a humongous move. They call that the blue chip. That'll put you down in a hurry, as Nick Miller knows firsthand. Jordan's going to drag him into the middle of the ring. I'm sure he's going for the pinfall attempt here. 1, 2, and... Oh! I thought that was it for sure. Jordan was sure to knock Shane Thorne off the ringside, off the apron there, go for the cover on Nick Miller, but there may have just been too much time granted there. Dragging him back to the middle of the ring. Oh, and no mercy is shown, as Jason Jordan with a stomp to the back of his head there. And again, he whips him into the corner. I'm sure CM Punk is going to be shaking things up here on Monday Night Raw. I have no doubt in his ability. I'm very curious about his decision-making skills. We'll have to see how that comes into play. But the thing we definitely know about CM Punk is he does what CM Punk wants. So this is going to be a very interesting dynamic that he brings to Monday Night Raw. As we see the tag to Shane Thorne, and he misses with a clothesline, and Roderick's able to capitalize with a nice butterfly suplex into a pinfall attempt, and here we go. Only going to get the 1 count. Some smart wrestling there by Roderick Strong as he hits him with a big axe handle across the back of the head. And I'm seeing a little bit more aggressiveness, a little bit more viciousness in the Alpha Elite since they've won those tag team championships. Roderick's got him in a crossface STF type maneuver there. That was a nice little submission hold, but Shane Thorne, you can see the size of this guy. He's built. He's no little guy there, but you can obviously see he's got a little bit left to learn in the ring there. Roderick Strong hits him with the double knees and follows it up with a big elbow drop off the top from the high rent district. That may be enough to put him away, but Roderick Strong decides maybe not. We're going to do a little bit more damage here to TM61. And again, this match coming as a result of the open challenge issued by the Alpha Elites. Again, they won a few matches. They won those titles with ease is what it looked like. They defeated the Dominant Family. And Roderick Strong, nothing new there. We see him turn anything and everything into a very effective backbreaker there. But Shane Thorne's able to slip out of that. It's got him up for a suplex, but Roderick slips out of that. Whips him into the ropes here. Oh! And catches Thorne in the mouth with a high knee off the ropes. I thought he was going to go for a leapfrog, but... And there you see, these guys, they're starting to get a little cocky. They're developing a lot of confidence and translating into borderline arrogance. And what a picture-perfect Northern Lights suplex that was. Jordan follows it up and deadlifts him into a suplex. A very impressive maneuver there from Jason Jordan as he goes over and gets a cheap shot in on Nick Miller. And here you go again, the arrogance showing a little bit here on Jordan as he sets him up. And he's going to hit that All-American Slam, and that could do it. 1, 2, and Roderick Strong posts up in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, still your tag team champions. Roderick Strong, Jason Jordan, the Alpha Elites. And I look forward to seeing who's going to step up to these guys. Again, they defeated the Family with ease at WrestleMania. They have climbed the rankings here on Raw in just record time. They have caught lightning in a bottle, absolutely, and they're capitalizing every week here. As TM61 answers the challenge but comes up short. Pretty impressive debut, pretty impressive showing there from TM61, but again, with the momentum on the side of the Alpha Elites, these guys are just rolling right now on an unstoppable roll, and there is their reward. Best tag team on Raw, absolutely. Jason Jordan, Roderick Strong. 5-star studs. What an impressive showing. Again, I look forward to seeing who's going to step up to these guys week after week. But ladies and gentlemen, right now we are going to take you back as we have some words from Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal stating that he had thrown everything at the Undertaker. He took everything the Undertaker had last week and he kept coming. Jinder Mahal wants his Intercontinental title shot. He's begging for a rematch against the Undertaker. Long live the Maha-RAW-ja! Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, hearing from the modern-day Maha-RAW-ja there, Jinder Mahal. And I'll tell you, I was quite impressed last week. I really didn't expect that kind of a showing out of Jinder Mahal against The Undertaker. But again, when that Intercontinental title's on the line, people step up. And we saw Jinder Mahal was able to just take it to the house. He threw everything he had at The Undertaker and vice versa. The Undertaker, we saw a last ride, we saw a choke slam. We even saw Jinder Mahal kick out of a tombstone pile driver And my jaw was on the floor just like everybody else's. But again, maybe I'm guilty of underestimating Jinder Mahal. I don't know. So far, he's proven me pretty wrong about him. And again, I would like to see another match there with him and The Undertaker, as he has issued another challenge to The Undertaker, basically at The Undertaker's mercy, whether or not he gets the title shot again. But we do know The Undertaker last week, as we were going off the air, was met by Cesaro. After defeating Jinder Mahal, we thought that was The Undertaker just was going to walk off with the Intercontinental title or live a fight another day, but he was greeted by the Swiss Superman, who issued a challenge of his own. So since acquiring that Intercontinental title, The Undertaker's had quite a few people step up and really shoot for that target on its back. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. But as you can see right now, the artist is making his way to the ring, Shinsuke Nakamura. And this guy, this will be a King of the Ring qualifying match. I'm just thinking this guy really, he might be my pick to win the whole thing, you know? With those knees and those strikes and those elbows he's got, if he can win this match tonight and get into the tournament, I think I'm going to have to pick him as a favorite. But again, we saw Baron Corbin a few matches ago. Baron Corbin earlier tonight, able to come in and just completely dismantle Dean Ambrose and just walk right into the King of the Ring tournament. So call him a wild card, because we don't really know too much about him. But once again, this match signed tonight as a result of what happened last week, when Shinsuke Nakamura took on Aiden English in a King of the Ring qualifying match. That match was interrupted by the returning Apollo Crews, who came out and made his intentions known as he locked his target on Aiden English, and he went to town. The referee had no choice but to throw that match out. However, the problem with that is it was a King of the Ring qualifier match, so no one advanced. So we need participants in this tournament. So the new Raw General Manager CM Punk decided to make this a triple threat match, wherein we will have Shinsuke Nakamura, and as you can see, Aiden English, and also Mr. Apollo Crews will be part of this match as well. So again, I mean, big implications on the line here, but I don't know. Like I said, the Gentlemen's Club have been on quite the roll since probably before WrestleMania, but now it seems last week they kind of had their sights locked on Sting, as Sting was addressing the WWE Universe, and the Gentlemen's Club made their way down to the ring. Lars Sullivan in particular walked in the ring and hit Sting with the freak accident, which led to a 3-on-1 beatdown from the Gentlemen's Club. Now, we did see Daniel Bryan attempt to come out and reinforce, provide a little bit of reinforcement there for Sting, but it just, with the numbers game being outnumbered like that, it's not really possible. And they ransacked Daniel Bryan just as he got in the ring, and he got the 3-on-1 beatdown as well. So impressive showing from the Gentlemen's Club, and like I said, they are looking to make a little bit of a bigger impact here on Raw. They believe they are in that upper echelon. There's only one way to prove that, one way to prove you belong there. As I say it every week, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the man, this man is the man that wants to injure Aiden English. I have no doubt about that. For some reason, we got Apollo Crews back here on Raw, and I guess, again, this might be another CM Punk signing, but I'm not sure. We'll have to get to the bottom of that story. But anyway, like I said, we got Apollo Crews back on here. He's got a little bit of a new look and a new attitude, and he's going after Aiden English. Basically, all I can think is, if you remember a few months ago, we had a 7-match mini-series there with Apollo Crews against Aiden English, and the winner was granted a Raw contract. Well, lo and behold, Aiden English won the contract and joined the Gentleman's Club, and he's done nothing but great things here on Raw. And Apollo Crews, I guess he kind of felt left out in the cold there, jobless for a few months. But again, this is a new Raw. This is a new regime. There's a new sheriff in town. And again, we see another CM Punk signing here in the ring. I can only assume, again, I don't have confirmation of that, but I can only assume that Apollo's here as a result of CM Punk being signed as well, as he's going straight after Aiden English. Again, right there, he had his chance. You saw English hit Nakamura with the beginning of the match with a DDT. Apollo had a chance to go after the weakened Nakamura, or the vulnerable Nakamura, I should say. But he decided to lock his sights on Aiden English. Bang! What a big-time bicycle kick to Nakamura in the corner. And Apollo with a moonsault off the second rope. And color me impressed. Aiden English able to fight him off, though. If there's anybody on this roster that knows Apollo Crews, it's going to be Aiden English. As these two guys, again, they've been locked in the ring in a series of matches there, and they were able to feel each other out. And there you see the result. Like I said, Apollo Crews, he knows English as well as English knows Crews. And it looks like neither one of these two are really concerning themselves with the presence of Nakamura. Shinsuke's kind of just floating around the ring, taking breaks, resting, and letting them go at it. But he looks like he's tired of waiting around. He's going to intervene here with a German suplex on Apollo. He lifts him up as Aiden English on the outside, and a nice Ushi-Goroshi there. And can you imagine for Apollo Crews to make his Raw debut the way that he has and come in here and win this match and advance to the King of the Ring tournament? I don't know. It's Baron Corbin-esque, I should say. What an impressive debut from the Lone Wolf earlier tonight. I'm just... Raw has been nothing but action-packed since WrestleMania, and I hope it stays that way. And again, with the presence of CM Punk in charge, I really wouldn't expect anything less. As you see another nice float over there, float over crossbody. And Crews is going up top, and believe me, this is where he makes his living. There's a big splash off the top rope. He decides not to go for the pinfall as he sees Nakamura up anyway. Oh! And Nakamura gets a shot in there as he wants a piece of Aiden English for himself. Oh, and elbows to the top of the head. But Apollo Crews, again, he's basically claiming Aiden English like his, a dog claims a piece of meat. Another dog comes in there and he's going to get fought off. Apollo Crews is just red with fire in his eyes for Aiden English here. Oh, and a nice chop. But Aiden English, again, he can hold his own. He's no pushover. He's made enormous strides since since forming the Gentleman's Club. And he's been in there with some formidable opponents since Apollo Crews has not been on Raw. Aiden English has been in those matches with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and now he's, like I said, now he's got his sights locked on Sting and Daniel Bryan. Oh, and a big, nice single leg kick out of the corner as Apollo is grabbing some stairs. I don't know why. Now, being a triple threat match, this is a no disqualification. There must be a winner tonight. But I'm a little surprised to see Apollo go this route. It looks like... I thought he was going to use the steps on Nakamura there, but he decides to... Once again, he's pursuing Aiden English, and English is doing the smart thing and running away. But you're not going to run away from somebody as quick and powerful as Apollo Crews. Not that easily. And English is sent over the top and onto those steel steps. And Apollo Crews locks his sights on Nakamura now. Able to running tackle and follow it up with some punches to the face. And Apollo Crews, with a standing, looks like a standing shooting star press. And color me impressed once again. We're seeing some really nice debuts here tonight. Oh, and a backflip off the apron. I don't think he hit that one. Looks like he got enough to put the hurt on Aiden English, but I think he hurt himself a little bit in the process. But Apollo Crews, again, I gotta say it's going to be tough to top that Baron Corbin debut, but Apollo Crews is trying to do just that. As English has got him locked in the Boston Crab out here. And you can't get the victory on the outside. Nakamura had to break that up, or that could have gone on forever. I think Apollo owes him one, but there's his thank you right there as he sends Nakamura into the steel steps. And again, the name of the game is not making friends. The name of the game is going to be winning. Winning at any cost. Getting yourself into that tournament. Giving yourself a chance. As we all know, the winner of the King of the Ring tournament will receive a Universal Championship shot. And Apollo Crews, oh my God! He has got a vendetta against Aiden English. As he introduces his spine into those steel steps. And that might be it for Aiden English. Apollo Crews, I don't know what he saw Nakamura get back in, but again, he's still locked on Aiden as he jumps out from the top rope. Big splash on Aiden English, and Nakamura just, again, he just doesn't seem like he's part of this match at all. Apollo Crews needs to pay attention. There are 3 people in this match, man. You gotta lock in there. Like I said, Nakamura is not somebody that you want to overlook. Running back in the ring, and Aiden English is done with it. He delivers the steel steps in there, but Apollo's waiting on him, and he rolls him up, and here we go, 1. Oh, that's all he's going to get. I'm a little shocked that Aiden was able to kick out of that so early, but... And again, here we go. Apollo looks to do some damage, but English knows. He felt that the first time. He doesn't want it again. And a nice enziguri there. And Nakamura enters the ring, and he nails Apollo Crews with those steps. Crews is the one who originally introduced those steps into the match. And Nakamura's trying to squeak out a win. 1, 2, and Aiden English able to kick out at the last second. And I am talking about 2.9 right there. Nakamura came within a second of advancing to that King of the Ring tournament. And he lights him up with an elbow off the second rope. Apollo was able to make his way to his feet now as he's getting back into this match, but the damage is done. Nakamura with a nice reverse flapjack, whatever you want to call that. And Apollo looks like he's in control as he neck snapped Nakamura. And that's going to take Nakamura out of the match, and this gives Apollo a chance, a one-on-one opportunity with Aiden English. And I'm sure he's been waiting for months to be able to have that. Once again, up to the high rent district, and Crews with another big headbutt off the top. Aiden English is in a lot of trouble here. Crews signaling for the end. Nakamura looks like he's out on the outside. And here we go. Apollo lifts him up. English is in trouble, and down into a powerbomb. 1, 2, and Aiden English able to kick out. Apollo not believing it, going for the cover again, but this is too late now. Nakamura able to recover, and again he's going for the cover now. And this is an interesting dynamic. Oh, Kinshasa! Jesus Christ! 1, 2, that's gonna knock everybody out. Shinsuke Nakamura advances to the King of the Ring tournament. Holy cow, in the blink of an eye it's over just like that. Apollo Crews, very impressive on his debut here on Raw, but it just was not meant to be as Nakamura hit him with that Kinshasa out of nowhere. Clean. He hit him clean across the bridge of the nose, and nobody's going to kick out of that. I'm sure that's not the last we're going to hear of Apollo Crews and Aiden English, but tonight belongs to Shinsuke Nakamura, as he has his sights locked on the King of the Ring tournament and that Universal Championship. What an impressive showing. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you backstage now as we see Dolph Ziggler approaching Nick Miller. And Dolph Ziggler just stating he wants to give him a little bit of advice, stating you guys are good, but you need to be a little more aggressive. Go out there and take some chances. Shake some shit up. Well, what's that about? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was, but ladies and gentlemen, we are now seeing the arrival of the previously mentioned Swiss Superman, And again, if you missed last week, Cesaro came out here and issued a challenge straight directly to The Undertaker for that Intercontinental title. And Cesaro out here tonight basically saying he's got his priorities in line now. He's got his sights locked on the Intercontinental title. He kind of got lost there in the bar, but now he's found himself. He's focused. He's got his sights locked on that Intercontinental Championship. But that is going to be an easier target to acquire than... Well, it's going to be easier said than done, I should say. Cesaro does work his ass off. And he thinks he's the greatest. And you can't really blame him. You cannot blame any athlete who steps in this ring for thinking that they are the best. If you don't think you're number one, then you have a problem and you need to step it up. And I agree with Cesaro. I think he has what it takes to step up to The Undertaker and challenge for that title. He is now going to be known as an ass kicker, and he's not going to let anyone stand in his way. And he looks to take over Monday Night Raw again as a singles competitor. He looks to have his voice be heard. Cesaro's legacy starts tonight. The only way it's going to happen is with that Intercontinental Championship. And again, he has issued the challenge directly to The Undertaker, the future Hall of Famer. He wants his title match at King of the Ring. The ball is now officially in The Undertaker's court. How will he respond? We do know that Jinder Mahal has also issued a challenge to The Undertaker. So basically, he's got his pick of who he wants his next opponent to be. But ladies and gentlemen, on a bigger scale, what a start to Monday Night Raw this has been. The introduction of the Raw General Manager CM Punk, Nakamura, and Baron Corbin advancing to the King of the Ring. The debut of Apollo Crews. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come on right back for the second half of Raw. You do not want to miss it.